Are pop stars dead? I want to talk about two massively popular songs that emerged in the past week or so. They could not be any more different in tone and substance, but I think when viewed together, they can reveal a lot about where the music industry is right now, because neither of these songs come from a professional musician. The two songs I'm talking about are Rich Men North of Richmond, a country tune from a Virginia farmer named Oliver Anthony, and the other is this Eurodance parody, Planet of the Bass, written by TikTok comedian Kyle Gordon. The success of these songs is pretty staggering. If you go to Spotify's top 50 most played tracks in the US right now, you'll see Rich Men North of Richmond is number 1, ahead of Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, Morgan Wallen, Drake, and Billie Eilish. Planet of the Bass, meanwhile, caught fire on Twitter, where the music video racked up more than 100 million views. Gordon, who became popular during the pandemic for his comedy sketches on TikTok, was recently invited by the Jonas Brothers to perform the song at their concert, and the crowd went, I think, even more bonkers for that song than the boys from New Jersey. From a musical perspective, I think these songs are pretty good. Oliver Anthony has this soulful Chris Stapleton vibe, and Planet of the Bass has one of the catchiest hooks you will ever hear. Plus, it's very funny. But to be this popular is kind of nuts. Like, what do you think's going on?
Well, so the narrative that people have been kind of introducing is this is the new age of the music industry. You can go become famous without any help from record labels. But I also think that this has been happening since almost the rise of the internet. If we go back to YouTube, the early years of YouTube, you had songs like remember the Bed Intruder remix?
Oh, yeah.
And then also...
I'm in your window.
Yeah. And then Chocolate Rain was one where, so as soon as you have platforms that allow people to post their own content, of course you're going to have like these rising stars, these diamond in the roughs. So I don't necessarily think that this is a modern thing. Obviously, TikTok hyper accelerated this trend, but it was interesting to see that like Twitter and X played a big role in sending both these songs viral. So I do think that yes, the music industry is changing, but it's been changing since the mid-2000s when YouTube started, not just in the TikTok era.
The big question here that a lot of people are wondering is whether Oliver Anthony is an industry plant, because this guy came out of nowhere. He's this Virginia farmer. He's a former factory worker who just set up a video with him playing a guitar with a microphone in his Virginia backyard with his 3 dogs playing, sitting below him, and he sings this kind of white working class anthem that a lot of conservatives have latched onto and says he's speaking for the unclaimed white working class person who has been forgotten in our liberal elite world, and Washington, D.C. fat cats are kind of just thriving while everyone else is getting left in the dust. So a lot of progressives are saying, how is this possible that this guy is so popular? And so that is the main question, and the debate is whether he is an industry plant.
That's just such a trendy thing to say right now. Whenever someone gets famous, you just go industry plant for sure. I do think both the songs are incredibly catchy, and you can never overlook like the actual substance of the songs themselves. Even Planet of the Bass, I've been saying life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy, just in my head over and over, because it is it encompasses what Europop is, like those catchy lyrics that they don't really mean anything. They're just general positivity. And I think that one it's a parody, obviously, but it's unironically also a pretty catchy song. And then the other one, Rich Men North of Richmond, is, if you look at the lyrics, you might think that it could verge into parody territory, but it's also a very, very good song. He's a very good singer. So I don't think that you can separate the fact that these two things have some substance to them and they actually are just bangers.
Yeah. And the fact that they were so popular, I think speaks to the existential crisis that labels are facing right now. They're like, how are we supposed to pick pop songs when, a TikTok guy can go to the top of the charts, and this random guy in Virginia who's a farmer can go, viral and be more successful than Taylor Swift on Spotify? How am I supposed to pick a pop star in this world where basically we're living in a never-ending American Idol audition where anyone with a phone and TikTok can go viral? And I think the other big thing is you don't necessarily stay on top because there's always someone else who can go viral right after you. So success is fleeting, I think, in this new music industry era.
Let's launch a song, Neal. Let's go to the top of the charts, you and I. Hey, Thanks for watching. And if you want more Morning Brew Daily, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also check out the rest of our episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
New episodes drop at 7 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and you can email us at morningbrewdaily@morningbrew.com.